All right. So I've opened up my chats screen over here. So Chef, this is the part I love so much about doing these is to watch the chat because as people come in, they tend to say hello. And really fun is they tend to tell us where they're from so we can actually see literally it's like a snapshot of the whole world. And there we go. So we have Singapore and Malaysia just joining us, and Egypt and Cyprus. This is really fun. Macau, Malaysia, Fiji. That's a first.
Yeah,
Fiji.
yeah.
Wow. Poland. Hello
Jordan.
from Jordan. Toronto. Singapore. Hello, Chef. Tan Leons is a big supporter. Nice to see you. Chef Serene from Jordan. Yeah, it's really fun. We have this global community
Yeah,
which has happened like this. I mean, Portugal, Kazakhstan, Manila, Philippines, yes. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So Fiji, that is just I'm really wow, that's a new one. So Istanbul just flew past on my screen. This is like when I have to talk fast. Philippines, Italy, Turkey, yeah, India. So this one you'll know the Fifi Resort.
yes, baby.
Yeah, all right. This is your bunch of
Yeah, correct.
followers. Good morning, Winston. Hello from the Philippines, another big sustainability champion. Iran is joining us. India, Philippines. I'm waiting to see let's see Mexico, Jamaica, East Lansing. Good morning. I know it's early. I'm so sorry. Saudi, good morning. Afternoon, I guess. Indonesia, good evening. I keep saying good morning because, Chef, I'm sitting here on my second cup of coffee. It's definitely morning. The sun isn't coming up. Maybe it's up a little bit or wanting to. Turkey, India. Oh, Nepal. Yeah. What would we all do without coffee?
Mm.
Oh, we would be so unhappy. All right. How are we doing here? Let's see how many folks we have. Good. Good, good. Yeah, it's the first thing I do, Chef, in the morning when I wake up is start boiling water. Without it, it's never happy. Netherlands. There we go. I'm still impressed with Fiji. Wow.
Yeah.
First time that at least that I've recognized. So thank you for joining us. That's another place, Chef. I've never been to Fiji. I think I have to go sometime. I bet it's beautiful. Have you been, Chef?
No, never been, never been. But it's close to my I mean, not close, but I'm from Mauritius, so I mean, you need to go to Australia, and from Australia, Fiji is not far away, you know.
It's got to be closer than from Chicago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another way around, you know.
Yeah, it's a long flight. Or flights, I should say. Indonesia, good evening. Yes. I take it you've been to Indonesia, Chef.
Never been, never been.
Oh,
I've been
really?
to yes, yes. I've been to Vietnam, Laos, and yeah, but Indonesia, not yet.
I was there once in Jakarta. Um, and but it was a very, very short stay over. So, anyways, very short. All right, we have people joining us. We're going to be getting started here in just a couple minutes. So,
Yeah.
so just everybody keep signing in, and our numbers are bumping up here. India, yes. And I realized we had to change the time on this a little bit. So I hope people are flexible, and I hope people don't show up an hour from now. Oh, well. All right. Numbers are growing. London. Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We were just talking about the UK and the fact that I was at a Worldchefs meeting and got this cup in well, in fact, Dragon, you were there when I got this cup. Welcome, and welcome from Greece. There we go. All right. From cold Sweden? Is it really that cold? It's almost June. It should be warming up, no? In Sweden? Aren't the days getting like really long? And pretty soon you'll be dancing around the pole in June. Anyways. Hey, we have an invitation to go to Fiji. All right.
Yeah.
Love it. Seoul, Korea, welcome. I think there's got to be a reason that we have to go to Fiji. It's to study sustainability in Fiji or something. Anyways, I'm sure Worldchefs will fund that. Right, Lynn? All right. There we go. There's your Escoffier Disciples Thailand.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Okay. So where's the coffee from? All right. So I think many of you know, in the pandemic, like so many people, I started doing stuff that I wasn't doing before, like roasting my own coffee beans. And so this coffee is from Peru, actually. And I'm just about out. And when I'm out with that, I'm going to, I have some really beautiful coffees from Ethiopia, from Worldchefs. And so I'm going to take those and roast those up probably tonight, actually. So yeah, it's kind of fun to roast your own coffee. Hazel from West Wales. We typically have a lot of people from Wales joining us. So I think, in interest of time, we still have people coming in here, Spain, etc. I think in interest of time, we should probably, all right, Fiji National University is looking forward to offer program on sustainable tourism. Excellent. I think you absolutely have to have 2 consultants on that project. Don't you think, Chef?
Definitely.
Okay, anyways, sorry to be you have to understand it's 6 a.m. here in Chicago, so I'm still waking up, which means I'm a little punchy. But anyways, welcome to everybody today. And first of all, apologies for changing the time last minute on this. That was all me. I have this other thing, called work, and it turns out I had to be on a conference call that's going to be starting in an hour. So had to move the time, which we don't usually do. In fact, I think it's the first time we've ever done that. And thank you for all of you who are here of being flexible. And I sincerely hope that people aren't signing up in an hour. Anyways, so welcome to everybody. I'm going to introduce our chef here in just a minute and get started. But as always, we love to bring people to this webcast who are doing really cool, sustainable things throughout the world. And really the focus is always education and inspiration leading to action. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But speaking of action, and I think Lynn is going to post the QR code in the chat, I believe.
Yes,
and
yes.
we are, we have this whole sort of train the trainer initiative. As many of you know, we have this sustainability curriculum, which is there for people to use for free. It's something we've developed a number of years ago, and it's really very, very popular globally. And the only way we make sustainability happen is when more and more people do it and understand it. And so we're looking continually for people who will train people in their areas, wherever you live in the world, wherever your influence is. So, Fiji, you're starting the sustainable tourism thing. Go ahead and use our curriculum, become the trainer of your students and maybe professionals as well. So if you're interested in doing that, just click on the QR code. They'll tell you everything you need to know, or go to the Feed the Planet website and become a trainer, because we have a lot of them in the world and we're pushing to get more. So with that, Chef Satya Beeknoo, I would like to welcome you to this Feed the Planet webinar. And I want to just do a quick introduction of the chef before we get going. Chef is, as you can see behind him, he is currently the executive consultant chef at Robin Hood, Thailand. Just in case you were wondering. But the chef's got a lot going on. He's a member of the Escoffier Disciples in Thailand. I am also a member of that, by the way. And not in Thailand, of course, but here in the States. He was a winning challenger chef in Iron Chef Thailand, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Former head chef of Marco Pierre White's 3-star Michelin chef restaurant, 3-star Michelin. He was a presenter on the ever popular Hell's Kitchen in Titanic Restaurant, Dubai. That's like amazing, right? Where it's been rated among the top 3 best restaurants for modern British food in Dubai 2012 by What's On magazine. So, he's a great chef and he's really great with management also. But where did he come from? So born in Mauritius. And I'm going to read this, because I have his bio next here. And so, this is cool. Born in Mauritius, where cuisine is as colorful as its cultural diversity, where spices were brought in from India, blends with French-style long-simmered stews. Traditional Chinese food has been given a local touch, and thus has evolved a Sino-Mauritian cuisine. That's like a beautiful explanation, Chef.
Yes.
Anyways, welcome to this webcast.
Thank you. Sawadee.
So let's jump in, because you are first of all, I talked to Chef a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about today, and he told me something about Stavanger, which really made me smile. So I'm gonna let you tell a story, but we met in Stavanger, which was probably 7 years ago?
7 years ago, yes. So in 2014, I guess. In 2014, should be around June, July 14, where I was in the UA team, and I was a culinary judge at this time. So I went to Stavanger to the Worldchefs Association for the jury member, as a jury member, and meanwhile representing Mauritius for the world seminar, for the World Chef seminar. So in between this seminar, I met you, and I saw this sustainability program. So at this time, it was like a fashionable word, sustainability. So it was something new, and everybody was just, what we can do for this, and it was something like a new word for everybody. So yeah, but I grabbed many things from there, and after coming to Dubai, I get the chance to working in Maldives, in Kandima, very nice resort again. So over there, I had nice owner, Mr. Sanjay Maniku, and even the executive chef, because at this time I was executive sous chef. So they gave me chance to start to recycle stuff and use the term sustainability, how we can recycle and make amazing stuff. So we start to make lots of grills, lots of props, and it's keep on going on and going on and going on, and after this I went to PP, to Zeavola Resort. So this one also an amazing place. So you should go there for once for sure. So I mean there I have a GM, Mr. Florian, who is also a pioneer in sustainability, and this resort is already more, you know, it's the location is already more to how to say, to bring the sustainability culture. But in cuisine wise, it was not lacking, but we was doing this, but it's like me coming there, it was a little bit more a push, you know. So yeah, so we do lots of stuff, and this is where I want to share this to in the world planet today.
So, this is really, really fun because what I like to ask people actually is, when did your sustainability journey start? Because all of us, there was a moment in time when we kind of went, oh, wait a minute, we have to do something differently. And it's fun to sort of know that the things that we've been working on for many, many, many years, for you started, your journey started back in Stavanger, which is really, it's very, very exciting. You also said something I liked, which was the sustainability culture. And that's a good way to think about, I think, how all of us try to influence where we work, right? And where we live. It's to change the culture to be more sustainably minded. I think that's a great way to put it. Now, a couple things. So let me ask about what you're doing right now in terms of your consulting. So you consult for restaurants, resorts. How does that figure in terms of sustainability? Are they asking you for help with, like, how can I be more sustainable, or do you just infuse that culture into what you do?
Well. See, sustainability for me, in other words, is a perfect formula for profitable. You know, it's been if you practice sustainability, in other words, your food cost is taken care of in many ways. In many ways. So in the beginning, maybe chef, I mean, with the ego of, with all the respect for sure, with the ego of cooking, you know, some chef like to use a prime product and put on the plate, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong to use prime rib, tomawak, or, you know, like we are in Thailand here, so importing truffle and other stuff, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong on this, but if you follow sustainability, there is lots of things like um, uh, the transport of, you know, you reduce the footprints, you know, the carbon footprints, you already reduce it, it's already taken care, your cost wise is already taken care. And for me, sustainability tourism should be shared, you know, should be shared and be fair also. Cannot be only like the owner of the restaurant, owner of the hotels, you know, or the management, or, you know, it should be fair, should the local community also should gain something from this. So the local community is very important in sustainability more, you know. This
So
is how it's.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let's go ahead and talk about that some more, because I know you have strong connections with farmers, etc. And especially during the pandemic. But I think, as we're talking today about sustainable tourism, obviously Thailand is a place of, amazing tourism. But, as we talk about this, how does that benefit the local economy? So you have this resort. How does that happen, or how can it happen, or how should it happen?
Well, we, like, for me, I mean, what I did, me and my GM together, we have three major pillars that we look at. So it's basically we look our menu development itself. We look at our menu development itself, like, meaning what is good to have, a must to have, and of course we evaluate what is nice to have, you know. So we saw that there is many fish that sometimes is not good to eat, because this is the time for them for reproduction, you know. So meanwhile we give the chance to our gypsy village, the fishermen to bring what their catch have, what the catch have, and this is how we put like in the menu like the catch of the day, and we promote this, and meanwhile the local community get the reward in return,
So you're dealing with, small fishermen, small farmers also?
Yes, small farmers. We have organic farmers. We have organic farmers. We have poultry, like a free range, like here in Robin Hood. Recently, we working with a French guy here. His name is Laurent Opportune. So he's a artisan, making free farm chicken, and within maybe by this coming end of this year, we will hopefully get our own Thailand foie gras for sure. Let's see, because he's working on it, So let's see, and
Interesting. So is it harder? I mean, what's the downside? Because everybody talks about it's great to work with local fishermen and local farmers, and what are the challenges associated with that? Because I've done this before, and it's not always easy.
But see, you need to put yourself also in their shoes, because they also is like when you go fishing, it's not every time you get the same amount of fish or same amount of all different type of fish, So it's not about fish, but even the vegetable also, there is some chefs that they not accept some vegetable, like I would say like the unforgettable vegetable. People are eliminating in the menu, all the roots vegetable, which we have lots of vitamin and lots of minerals. So people it's like the unforgettable vegetable. So people are removing this in the menu. People are more comfort with putting like asparagus, like salsify, like different produce, which is easy to production, But me here, I'm working with the farmers, what is seasonable, and educate them also what we need, and even I still remember in PP when the fishermen come also, we don't take all the fish, we take maybe half of them, and because they also have to give the whole community there also, So we don't just, as a hotel, we don't take all of it, we can, but we think differently, because it's a community, it's a family.
I like that. I like that concept of living in balance with the community in which you reside, where your hotel is. Let me ask you, just sort of flip it around for a minute, because what about the customers who are coming to these hotels from all over the world, and maybe they expect to see salmon and asparagus?
Yeah.
What is their response to sort of, these are the local fish and these are the local vegetables, which maybe you've never had before? Are they receptive to that? And the second question is, are they asking for sustainable stuff? Are they expecting you to be sustainable? Is that a positive thing for them?
See, definitely nowadays our tourism is becoming very, very conscious, very conscious, and we also promoting on this, and yes, it will take time. It will take time, especially for younger generation. It will take time for them to understand. And sustainability is like a baby step. It will go. It will go like little by little, step by step, little by little. So we educate them. We educate the guests. We tell them. Okay, we are having this kind of fish, and this is for what, and we are getting this from the farmers. And even sometimes also they saw me. I'm going in the beach, and I'm taking the fish directly from the boat. So it's like interacting also, and they know it's fresh. So there is something like it's a healthy food, so they accepting this, and yes, and in Zeavola also we have a station of refilling the bottle, all this, so they know that they know when they come to Zeavola, they come to Thailand. Even here in Robin Hood also, we start to putting more sustainable stuff here. So they're already aware of this,
You said something that I used to do some work in some of the Caribbean islands, and I would always tell them that, you what you need to create is culinary, sustainable culinary tourism. And so, a little bit to your point, imagine, because I think today that there's a lot of people who travel and they want to try different things. They want
Definitely.
to be authentic wherever they're going. And I think the opportunity, like you said, to, I'm going to go down and buy the fish from the fisherman. What an interesting idea to take, maybe 10 people, 10 guests with you. And I mean, it's a demonstration of a sustainable commitment, but at the same time, they also get to see the fish, and then later they get to eat the fish, and I think that's pretty cool. Maybe that's because I'm a chef, but whatever.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
definitely.
so let's talk just now. Well, let's jump into the one that I know, at least I want to hear about. So, Iron Chef. So you are a winner on Iron Chef. Tell me about that experience, and does that have anything to do with sustainability, or was it just like
Oh,
Iron
no, no,
Chef?
no. Definitely have something to do with sustainability. Definitely. So, see, sustainability for me is not, sustainability is not a way to change or a way for change. Sustainability is the only way to change, is the only way to go. So being in the Iron Chef, I mean, last year when we went to the Iron Chef, you need to bring one concept, and Iron Chef is a one hour program where you have a separate protein, and you need to bring like the sides, like the garnish, the sides, the decoration with you, and you need to cook and demonstrate something new where you can amaze the judge and show something different in the panel of Iron Chef. So again, being in Zeavola, for me, we was already practicing sustainability. So why not sustainability? So I bring this sustainability living concept with me, and myself and my team, of course, my two wonderful chefs who we went to different provinces. We research what is unique here. For example, we went to Prataloon. We see there we are making amazing rice for more than 10 years, and so we bring this rice, this white rice with us. And the most important thing for what we show in the Iron Chef was using such a simplicity, such a unique simplicity, a daily life vegetable and produce that anybody can afford in the market, and make something like a wow factor in the Iron Chef. And yeah, and hopefully we win the competition.
So your theme was essentially all about sustainability.
Yes, yes, yes.
And were other chefs, have you seen this, on Iron Chef, where other chefs are really sort of leaning on sustainability as a
I
theme?
can see now the other series. I can see there is many chefs start to use why raspberries and different like local produce, which is very nice. Thailand is keep on amazing me. Everywhere, every time. I mean, I've been working 6 days a week, but every week, once per day, when I'm off, I keep on going and keep on seeing different produce every corner. So Thailand keep on amazing me with different produce and most important, local, be
So
local.
it sounds so it would it be fair to say that um that sustainability as a concept has really taken hold in Thailand as a whole, or is it still sort of growing? How do you kind of rate it?
No, I will say sustainability has taken hold in Thailand, and the Ministry of, the government of Thailand also is supporting a lot, and all the institute in Thailand. We have the Escoffier Association, RITS, our chef, Chef Satya, Chef Frederick there, who is educating the youngers which is coming in the industry, because they are the one. I mean, we can talk and talk and talk, but we need the youngers, especially the youngers, which will bring this more forward. So Escoffier is doing a great job there in Thailand also. So yeah, we're bringing this and educating our youngers also on this. Yes.
It's interesting because what we've found from doing this for many years is that the younger generation, and I don't know what that means as I get older, but whatever. The younger generation, those coming into the industry now, they grew up with sustainability. They grew up hearing sustainability, where for those of us who are a little bit older, that wasn't the case. And I think my experience is they're very hungry to learn about it, and they're very hungry to make a difference. And so, chef, to be able to teach them and to train them, that's huge. And I think that they're very open to it. But so let me get to a few questions here before we run out of time. So,
Sure.
by the way, if you have questions, please just put them in the Q&A box here. And by the way, Chef, I don't know if you've been seeing the chats over on the side here, but a lot of people are singing your praises. So it's you have fans. So a question here, and I'm just going to go ahead and read this. One of our challenges in connecting sustainable practices to the locals are lack of support from local authorities to tap into the communities. So it's really a governmental question.
Yes.
And maybe you've sort of answered this already a little bit, but in your endeavor, Chef, how were you able to address the challenges and be able to come up with, a training for your students? So I think it's really two questions there, but really maybe the first is about local support, governmental support. You mentioned that, in Thailand you have that, but that's not true everywhere in the world. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it depends. It depends. See, if you wait for something to happen, for me, again, I'm going back again. When I first start the sustainability, I thought that the question of my answers is me, because I am the biggest problem. Just because you see, we as a chef, we just cook. We're thinking that we are a chef, we just cook. We need to do nice food here and there, but in other words, we're using lots of water, we are losing lots of plastic, we are losing lots of gas, we are losing lots of carbon. So I think we need to bring it forward. We need to bring it forward and push for this. Maybe we make a meetings and with a local community and put it forward.
Very good. All right, I have another question here, which I think is, let me see if I understand this right. So we've got the sustainability project in our diploma culinary management program. I have brought the concept, to grow microgreens in a wine crock. Is there any special care that should be given to them? Chef, have you grown microgreens?
Yes, we grow. Actually, it's a huge process that we are doing in Zeavola there. So basically, what is happening? We are having some fish. We have a pond, so we are taking care of some fish, and this fish create waste, and with this waste, it's become fertilized, and this water go to our hydroponic. So then it's turned back again. So we're doing this in PP and in Zeavola, yeah.
Interesting. So you've implemented a system of aquaculture and hydroponics together. Yeah, that's a really good way to do it, because the two work very synergistically together.
Definitely.
Would you consider, would you, this is a very good question. Would you consider plant-based meats sustainable?
Plant-based meat.
Yes. So, the things that look like meat, but they're made from vegetables and plants. Do you think that is it sustainable or not?
But it depends how it's been produced. For I mean, how did it been produced? Yes, why not?
Yeah, I think that's a kind of a
It's
loaded
a,
question right now. And I
yeah,
think you're right. It's about, how are they produced?
exactly.
Clearly, I think if you're making something in your kitchen, from beans or whatever, yeah, no problem. All right, why should restaurants slash hotels support local farmers? And when you so why that's a good question. So why should restaurants or hotels support local farmers when you can order your supplies from, a bigger sort of company, reliable company?
See, as I say, sustainable tourism need to be fair. We cannot only it cannot be only for the owners and I mean, I'm just repeating what I said earlier. So cannot be fair only for the owners and the hotel owners, restaurant owners. It need to be fair. We need to support the community because they are the one to bring it up and they are the one to make it more and more better. So I just give you one example. I just give you one quick example. For example, in PP itself. So in PP itself, when we make a beach cleaning, and I mean, we've been supporting the Gypsy Village, and we even making one every Friday, one Friday lunch, the school lunch for the kids also. So whenever we make a beach cleaning, we don't need to tell them nonsense. They can see us and they also jump on it. They also jump on it and they also come and change shirt and start to clean together with us. It's like a family. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, all chef would like to work with a branded produce and a well-known establishment. There's nothing wrong on this, but I think we need to be fair. Need to be fair.
I like this concept of fairness, and fairness being linked with sustainability. Which actually, when you talk about fairness, that there's a lot in that word. Whether it's, making sure people are supported, financially, and taking care of the communities, or like you say, the kind of the larger family, which is really interesting. All
I
right, a
mean, this
couple
is
of quick.
this is sorry. I mean, this is how we make a better world. End
Yeah.
of the day, this is what is our main aim is. Our main aim is for our next generation to be in a better place. This is what our main aim in sustainability is.
So maybe you've answered this, but I'm going to ask it anyways. So how do you engage your kitchen team in sustainability efforts? How do you get them involved?
See, in the beginning, when I started, even here in Robin Hood also, is not is you need to let them awareness. This is the most important thing. It's not like we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do. They need to be aware of this. Why we are doing this. This is the most important thing. Once they start to know why we are doing this, it will be automatically taken care of. For example, I will tell you one example again here. For example, I still remember back in PP again, we was using more than 24 cans of oil, of deep frying oil. And then one day I told them, "Hey, and then we need to, and this oil is getting waste and this going in the landfill." So I asked them, why we are doing this? Why we not control this? Why we don't have? Okay, we have two fryers. Let's segregate one. One we make only all the protein, and one we make only for vegetable. Like this, it does not get wasted very fast. So now it's been reduced less than 50%. So this is one reason, and there is more and more. What we are doing, we make the awareness about clean film. We measure the clean film, and why we should use two. Some people keep on wrapping container with clean film. So Why we should wrap too much where we can just take a cover and cover the produce, you know? So there, awareness is the biggest, is the answer for this, you know?
Well, and I think this is what we've always talked about, which is the first step in sustainability is education.
Exactly.
People have to know, why are we doing this, and
Exactly.
what is the situation. So that's amazing. I'm gonna do one last question, and I have to say, Chef, all of a sudden there is like, oh my goodness, a lot of questions here. So I may, and Lynn, you'll have to tell me if this is possible or not, but I may see, Chef, if you'd be interested in answering these perhaps in a written format later, because you've gotten a lot of questions all of a sudden. This is amazing. The question, but I do, again, I want to be respectful of people's time here. So I think that, there is a question here about sustainable. This is kind of interesting in the kind of night hawker market. And the question is, it's not very sustainable as it currently is. And is there anything that you or others are doing to maybe help in that part of the food world?
Meaning now, or
Yeah.
see, now with this COVID situation, is being very challenging for everybody of us, and we don't know within tonight, tomorrow, or we cannot predict. Anything can happen with this COVID situation. But and you can see now with this COVID situation, plastic bag is coming back, takeaway is coming back, takeaway is getting all around the world again. So it's a challenge. Yes, it's a challenge. Yes, I accept this is a challenge. But there is a solution for everything. For example, here again in Robinhood, we will start very soon to like if someone want to take takeaways, like we give bring your own takeaways, and then we give 10% of discount, 5% of discount. So there is a solution for this. So we just need to evaluate the situation, and then bring it in a larger platform, and discuss it.
I think the big point here is that in the world of sustainability, we're never done. There's always more to do.
See, as I told you, it's sustainability is a baby step. You cannot within one day today just okay, we are sustainable. We have many hotels. I will not name them for sure. They just by changing one plastic straw to a bamboo straw. Oh, we are sustainable. No, cannot be like this. It should be in an ongoing process. Every single thing that you see all around us can be sustainable.
This is great. Chef, last question. Give us one piece of advice. Give us one piece of action advice that you would suggest that people on this webinar that they think about for changing the world.
Well, for me, I would say sustainability is the only way. It's not for sake that we need to change, but it's the only way to go. And sustainability, if you follow sustainability, food cost, profitable is taken care of.
Thank you. So Lynn, the ever amazing Lynn in Paris, who makes all of this happen, please grab those questions and let's see if we can get them over to the chef, because there was a bunch of questions there, and we don't have time to get to them all. But thank you for sending them. They're really, really good. I was reading them here on my screen. But first of all, a huge thank you to everybody who's joined us again today. It's super duper early here in Chicago, and this is one of those mornings when it's very early, and I happily sort of jump out of bed because this is really exciting to have all of you and to have these discussions and know that through the power of the white jacket, we are actually changing the world. Definitely. As the chef said, baby steps in all of the parts of the world where we are. We're doing it, and you're part of that, and you're part of the solution, and we so appreciate it. Think about becoming a trainer, and with that, Chef Satya, what an absolute pleasure to have you on today. And
it's my pleasure too.
I will meet you in Fiji.
Maybe in Thailand.
Have a great day, evening.
Okay. Sawadee krap.